So I did my presentation on Italian Tarantella. Um, the reason for this is because obviously I'm Italian and my family is very, very Italian, but Tarantella is not something that we do, or I didn't really even know about it, um, at least the dance, before this project. So, also to learn about it. I'm gonna start off by uh, playing some music. So this is Tarantella music. This is the most popular Tarantella song, and you probably recognize it. Italy, like itself, is a country that's bursting with culture. Things like pizza dishes, pasta dishes, it's a land of treasures. But beyond all of that, Italy's culture is also celebrated through music and dance, which bring communities together in joy and expression. One of the most exciting cultural gems of Italy is the Tarantella, a lively dance and music style deeply rooted in the traditions of southern Italy. The Tarantella isn't just a dance, though, it's a symbol of the Italian spirit. It represents joy, community, and the resilience of a culture that has evolved through centuries. It's performed at weddings, festivals, and other occasions, and it's really just a celebration of life and community. In this presentation, I'll be exploring the history of the Tarantella, its origins as a healing ritual, and its journey to becoming a beloved cultural tradition. We'll also look at these instruments used in its music, the meaning behind its movements, etc. So, the story of the Tarantella begins in southern Italy around the 15th century. The name Tarantella is believed to come from the wolf spider, a tarantula, which is commonly in southern Italy. People who were bitten from the spider developed a mysterious condition called tarantism, where they would feel weak, dizzy, or even unable to control their movements. And at the time, locals believed that the only cure was to play lively music and dance until the afflicted person had sweated out the venom. The dance that emerged from this ritual became known as Tarantella. People would play fast, repetitive music on local instruments while the person danced wildly, sometimes for hours. It wasn't just about moving to the rhythm, it was about survival, life or death, or at least in these people's eyes. Over time, though, the belief in Tarantism faded, but the Tarantella survived. It's transformed from a supposed medical cure into a joyful tradition performed at events. Whether Tarantism actually was a thing and was it cured, not really any documentation on it, but I think it's pretty safe to assume that it probably did not. This shift reflects an important aspect of culture, how traditions can adapt and evolve while still honoring their roots. The Tarantella moved from being a dance of healing to one of celebration, but it keeps its energetic spirit and connection to the community. The ability to grow and change has kept Tarantella alive for centuries, literally since the 15th century. The Tarantella holds a special place in Italian culture because it represents more than just music and dance. It's a symbol of joy, unity, and tradition. In the past, it was connected to healing and spiritual practices, but today it's a way to celebrate life and bring people together. The dance is performed at weddings, festivals, and community gatherings, and it's for the purpose of celebrating Italian heritage. While the Tarantella originated in southern Italy, its fame has spread across the country and even around the world. It's often used as a symbol of Italian culture and media, and it's just very recognizable overall. And even you probably recognized the song that played. For performance practices, one of the most fascinating aspects of the Tarantella is how it brings people together. Unlike some traditional dances that have strict rules about who can perform, the Tarantella is open to everyone. Men, women, and children can join in, and there aren't any formal rules or expectations. It's a community activity where everyone contributes their energy and enthusiasm. The dance itself is lively and full of movement. Dancers use quick, light footwork and often spin in circles, creating a sense of excitement and momentum. They might hold hands or dance in pairs, interacting playfully with each other. It's common to see the dance be performed in pairs, often a man and a woman, as the dance is commonly performed among partners to express their love for each other. What makes each performance unique is the interaction between the dancers and the musicians. The musicians might speed up the tempo or change the melody based on the energy of the dancers, while the dancers respond with new moves or patterns. This call and response dynamic keeps the performance fresh and engaging. It also highlights the deep connection between music and movement in Italian culture itself. Teaching the Tarantella is often an informal process, or at least there's not a lot of writing about it online. The music is as energetic and exciting as the dance itself, creating a lively atmosphere that draws everyone in. The music is characterized by its quick pace and driving rhythm, designed to keep dancers moving with enthusiasm. Traditionally, the music structure is simple yet repetitive, allowing dancers to focus on their movements without getting lost in the complexity of melodies and rhythms. The melodies of the Tarantella are bright and cheerful, often featuring quick, rising and falling patterns that add a sense of movement and excitement. This melodic style creates a playful and kind of uplifting mood, almost, perfectly complementing the high-energy dance. The rhythm is one of the most defining features, usually set in a fast duple or compound meter, usually set in a 3/8 very fast rhythm, and it makes it easier for dancers to synchronize with steps with their fast movements. Harmony in the Tarantella music tends to be straightforward, ensuring that it doesn't distract from the rhythm or melody. The simplicity creates a strong foundation for the music, allowing the vibrant interplay between instruments to shine. The texture of the music is rich and layered, with each instrument contributing to a unique sound. The Tarantella's music doesn't just accompany the dance, it's an essential part of the experience. The tempo can speed up or slow down based on the energy of the dancers, creating a conversation between the musicians and performers. This interaction ensures that no two performances are ever exactly alike, keeping the tradition vibrant and alive. The emotional connection between dancers, the audience, and the musicians is what makes the Tarantella so special. The Tarantella's music is brought to life by an array of traditional instruments, each playing an important role in creating its distinctive sounds. These instruments belong to various families, like the aerophone, chordophone, etc. In Italian Tarantella, first the accordion. It's an aerophone, and it is the most standout instrument in Tarantella. It's very, very bright timbre that it produces. It's brassy. It has a drone sound that just adds more contour to its sound, and it's really the main thing that you can hear in Tarantella music. It's the main melody, and it's kind of the driving factor. Flutes can also be seen in Tarantella, but not commonly, as they're usually just used for more melodic contour, and they don't really stand out like some of the other instruments. Chordophones like the mandolin and guitar are also commonly used. The mandolin adds a melodic layer with its cheerful and twangy timbre, and is a staple of the Tarantella genre. Uniquely, it's also common to see chordophones like the guitar be used as a rhythm for dancers. So it's not just melody, it's also often seen as, when there's no percussion, it's often the guitar that sets the rhythm. The tamburella can be classified as both an idiophone and a membranophone. When hit at the top, a booming sound is produced from the membrane, classifying it as a membranophone. But when the rattles on the sides are shaking to produce a sound, the instrument can be classified as an idiophone. The tamburella creates a rhythm for dancers to flow, although it's not always present. As I just said, chordophones can also be used for rhythm to fill in for its spot. Even though the Tarantella originated centuries ago, it remains a vital part of Italian culture today. Across Italy and in Italian communities around the world, the dance is performed at cultural festivals, weddings, and other special events. It serves as a way to celebrate Italian heritage, and it keeps traditions of the past alive. At weddings, the Tarantella is performed as a joyful dance to wish the couple happiness and good fortune in their new life together. It's also a way for families and friends to come together in celebration, and during festivals, the Tarantella becomes a public event, drawing crowds, so it's more of a open thing, and these crowds clap along and interact with the dance, with the music, just making it more communal. Tarantella's influence on Italian culture is prominent. Tarantella is seen as a symbol of Italian culture worldwide, often being referred to as Italian pizza shop music outside of Italy. But its ability to stay so deeply rooted in Italian culture for centuries with no outside influence and little to no written information on it, at least that I could find, shows its impact on Italian culture. So, in conclusion, the Tarantella is more than just a dance or a type of music. It's a celebration of community history and the enduring spirit of Italian culture. From its odd origins as a healing ritual for Tarantism to its role today as a symbol of joy and community, the Tarantella has undergone an incredible transformation, yet it still continues to be a massive part of Italian pride and culture throughout its little change in actual dance and music. This lively tradition showcases the power of music and dance to connect us to our roots and to one another. It represents not just the vibrancy of southern Italy, but the creativity and resilience of Italian people as a whole. Whether performed at a wedding, a festival, or a cultural event, the Tarantella continues to bring Italians closer with each other and their heritage. As we've seen, the Tarantella's unique music, instruments, and movements make it an unforgettable part of Italian heritage. Its popularity reminds us of the importance of preserving and celebrating our cultural traditions. To close this presentation, I'm going to show a live performance of Tarantella so you can get a better idea of what I've been talking about this whole time. And that was my presentation. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something.